It's time, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
It's time for the reviews.
Nah, man.
Your boys.
Oh, shit.
Because we got a lot of your boys going on here.
There is, so it's like, I'm lost.
Where are we?
Which one are we on?
We're going to take it to the south.
Oh.
To the mean streets of Atlanta.
Yeah, I know where we're at.
Hustle gang, hustle gang, hustle gang.
Hustle gang, hustle gang, hustle gang. They ain't been out in 3 years.
That's the last time we dropped it?
2014.
Is that one with the Indian on the cover?
Yep, 2014.
Yeah, that's the last one I heard.
And the one before that was 2013.
Right. Which one was that one? I've heard them all.
It was another Indian. It was the first Get On or Die. Or
oh, yeah. It was the Get Dough or Die.
Yeah, there you go. Get Dough or Die. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Yes, y'all. T.I. and Hustle Gang has released their latest album compilation.
Yeah. With a new squad.
We want smoke. Yeah. Boys don't want no smoke, but they want smoke.
On that note, I'm about to get some smoke in right now.
Right. I have my thoughts on this, but I would like to hear Riffa's thoughts on this. We talked about T.I. recently about does he have the same impact that he had in the past, which we both agreed that he doesn't. No disrespect to him and what he's got going on. But we deduced that it was because he doesn't have the same major label backing that he used to have.
Yeah.
And
I still stand by that.
Well,
but I do eat my words on thinking that he may not be as impactful verbally in the way he be doing shit.
Right.
Because he came with it.
He did come with it.
He came with it. Like
right.
T.I. fucking wasn't messing around when he was spitting his verses.
Right.
It was like, oh, I'm going to spit some fire.
Right.
And that's what he did.
What do you think of
It's the king.
Hustle Gang as a whole?
I like the squad.
Right.
It's not a bad squad. It's a good squad right there. Like, got B.o.B. Saying, Young Dro.
Got Dro.
Trae the Truth.
Trae the Truth. Side note, I gotta go ahead and hit you with a hot take.
Oh,
hot take alert.
Oh, here we go.
I honestly felt like Trae the Truth had the best verses on the album. And I'm trying not to be biased because I'm from Texas. Okay? We from Texas, but I'm trying to be biased.
Man.
But every song that had Trae the Truth on it, when Trae came in, he killed it.
He shut it down.
That's just my personal opinion.
Oh, I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Which is pretty strange because coming from Texas, you don't really hear people get that kind of play as far as like people respecting you word wise.
Yeah.
Raps wise. You know, maybe people like Chameleon, Bun B, people like that. But for the most part, you don't really get people saying, oh man, he was the illest nigga on the song or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like Trae the Truth kind of stood out.
He stood out.
Over everybody. That's just my personal take.
And I will have to say, B.o.B. had some hot verses too.
B.o.B. did too.
He had some hot fucking verses.
Right.
I was just like, okay, you trying to stand out.
Right.
Like, and yeah, there was a few verses that he still, like on the tracks that not necessarily Trae the Truth was on there. But if Trae the Truth wasn't on there and B.o.B. was, it was B.o.B.
Right.
It was the standout.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically was on the other tracks that Trae the Truth was on, he was that Trae the Truth. He was B.o.B. and vice versa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trae the Truth was that B.o.B. on that track, and B.o.B. was not. Like, they both were shutting shit down.
Right.
I mean, both of them.
So what about some of the newer guys?
Some of the newer guys, there was actually a few of them dudes that were bringing it.
Right.
Like, they had some hot verses where I was like, oh, shit. Like, nice wordplay.
Right.
Like, I don't know who you are, but oh shit, maybe I should know, you know, like there's a few times I thought like, who the fuck is this? And I went back and I looked at the track, read the name, and I was like, okay. It's like, maybe I'm gonna have to keep up with this.
This is it's a lot of people on this. So I'm not really sure what people are on Hustle Gang and which ones aren't. I gotta do more research on that. But what do you think of the content itself?
I'll tell you.
The music itself.
We had T.I., B.o.B., London J,
Tokyo
Jets, Transley.
I've heard Transley.
Young Book, or Bookie, I don't know. Ra, Ray, I don't know.
Never heard of Ra.
Young Dro.
We know Young Dro.
Trae the Truth. Brandon Rossi. 5 Mics. And
Brandon Rossi, 5 Mics I've never heard of.
GFM Bryce.
I feel like I'm out the loop.
Yeah, there's people I
don't
do
know
not know.
Well, I mean, because you know they're in Atlanta, so they're probably popping more in Atlanta than they are anywhere else. They're still running like an indie. They're kind of running this like an indie label, to be honest with you. So it's really hard to pick up on all these people.
There's someone that was on that list that was going hard when
Right.
they were on the track. Peanut the Don.
Right.
Peanut the Don was going hard on his verses.
Right.
He was on the last track with T.I.
So
him and T.I. And they both killed that shit.
So what did you think about the actual songs, the songs themselves, the song structures, and
the songs went hard? There were some that were
a little too pop.
Yeah, they were a little too pop. That was perfect way to put it. I was like the choruses, you know what I'm saying?
You can tell some of these songs were made for either club play or for radio play.
Yes.
But there was also a lot of street songs on here too.
All involving B.o.B. and Trae the Truth.
Right. Especially Trae the Truth. It's like Trae the Truth pick the right songs to be on.
Some B.o.B.'s were some of those songs too that were a little more.
There was the one song that's kind of like the twerk song. The little club kind of like... It's kind of like the ass shaker song, and where Young Dro and Trae are like kind of going back and forth.
Does it go off?
I think that's what it was. Yeah. But for the most part, man, I thought this was a solid album.
Yeah, it definitely was a solid album.
I would like to hear more of everybody kind of separated a little bit.
Yeah.
To see what that would sound like. I want to hear some of these newer guys by themselves and see what they can do. On their own, like London J and Trans Lee, because I've heard of these guys, and I do want to hear more of them and see what they got going on and see what they can go with.
I agree.
There's definitely a lot of catchy songs on here too. Yeah. So
there's some catchy songs, but I mean, overall, like you said, if Trae the Truth was on it, that was like those were like the top.
Those are like the best.
Standouts.
The best tracks are the ones that had Trae the Truth on it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to. I hope we don't sound biased because we're from Texas, but I really do believe that most people that you hear, they would probably say the same thing.
I think they would agree.
Right.
And T.I. obviously brought it, like I said.
Of course.
T.I. fucking did his thing. So
there's a lot of T.I. on this too. So if you're like, I might not get as much T.I. as I want to, you're going to get T.I.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely all the way up and throughout this thing.
T.I. was all over that, definitely.
Right. What do you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
A scale of 1 to 10. I gave it an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. Solid 8.5.
Solid 8.5.
I wanted to give it a 9, but I just like some of like you said being a little too popish to me.
Right.
It brought it down.
That's kind of
a little bit. That's why I was like,
I don't want to do this where I'm always a 0.5 behind you, but I gave it a solid 8. I'll just be real. Hey,
that's how we feel.
There was definitely a lot of kind of pop type tracks on there.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it, but like. They definitely went hard at times they needed to go hard.
Yeah.
And, but another reason too is, I wanted to hear a little bit more Trae the Truth. I really felt like Trae the Truth was a standout.
Bias ass.
Right.
No, I'm sorry.
Listen, I've heard Trae the Truth's album.
I agree.
I listened to his last Trae the Truth Part 3, and I feel like the verses that he did on this were better than some of the verses that he did off his own album. That's just my personal take.
I agree. Like I believe he used this album almost as I'm going to put some of my dopest verses on here,
right?
Because I think he wanted to be the one that stood out. Possibly, like he's like these possibly could have been verses for his album, and he's just like, nah, I'm actually going to.
Because I know his work where you got all these people, you're just making a bunch of music together, and then somebody gets on here, somebody gets on there. But for the most part, this is all T.I.'s.
Yeah,
this is all like from the mind of T.I. when you really think about it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Right.
It was overall. You can listen to it from front to back. You know what I'm saying? It is good. Like if you can get past some of the
kind of radio friendly tracks.
Really, if you can get past those, just listen to them just to hear them.
Right.
Then you can hear it from front to back. Because some of those
you can tell that that's
but you can listen to them.
You can tell that that's more of T.I.'s going, look, we got to do this.
Yeah,
because this is what it takes to to be more popular and
they weren't bad, but you just know that
they weren't. But you could tell that they were like, this is the radio track or this is the club track. You know what I mean? Kind of sounds a little formulaic, but for the most part, it's a solid album.
Yeah, I like it.
We want smoke.